Diddy will be sued, and I say will be because nothing has been filed yet, by at least 120 people in the next 30 days. So,
breaking news tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel this evening after a grand jury indicted the music mogul. His attorney tells CNN that he is currently being processed. The charges are unclear as of...
All right, get ready for a story that's as jaw-dropping as it is wild, filled with twists and turns that you won't be able to look away from. This is the story of Sean Diddy Combs, a man who once ruled the music world, an empire built on luxury, fame, and power. Today, however, he's a shadow of his former self. The lavish lifestyle, the red carpets, the private jets, the extravagant parties, it's all gone. Instead, he finds himself locked away in a cold, bleak cell at the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, in Brooklyn, a place known for its grim and unforgiving conditions. But it's not just the horrors of prison life that have the world talking, it's the shocking rumors and startling behavior that are emerging both inside and outside those concrete walls.
And, it brings into context our whole system of innocent till proven guilty. Why is he not being given bond? And, we can debate that all day long. Of all people that's unlikely to flee or get away, well, he's got the resources to flee, but he's so recognizable. And isn't he innocent till proven guilty? Well, yeah, but, we have to recognize there are degrees of innocent till proven guilty. When you have this much...
Let's start with the most obvious change, Diddy's appearance. Just months ago, he was living large, flaunting his wealth in Central Park, playing hacky sack with friends, and exuding the kind of confidence that was his signature. But fast forward to his latest court appearance, and the transformation is nothing short of startling. Diddy has reportedly lost a significant amount of weight, and his once jet-black hair is streaked with grey. Elizabeth Milner, a journalist who attended his pre-trial hearing, described the scene as astonishing, noting that he now looks like a man who has been pushed to his breaking point. From a life of excess to the harsh realities of prison, it's clear that Diddy is struggling, physically and mentally.
Legitimate concern, no judge wants to wake up and read the headlines the next day, oh, they treated this guy special and they gave him bond, and now he's gone and he fled from justice. So that's what's in the back of most judges' minds. On the other hand, we deal with cases where clients have significant funds sometimes. And sometimes where there's money, you can craft a unique solution. Years ago it was the ankle bracelet and the ankle monitor.
But there's more to this story than just weight loss and bad prison food. Rumors have been circulating that Diddy's refusal to eat isn't simply a result of MDC Brooklyn's notorious food, but because he's terrified of poison. Larry Larvine, a former inmate and prison consultant, has suggested that Diddy is refusing meals out of fear that someone might slip something into his food. People want to harm him, Larvine said, explaining that Diddy's celebrity status and the enemies he's made over the years could make him a target for this kind of sabotage. Whether this is a paranoid delusion or a legitimate fear, Diddy's drastic weight loss has sparked intense speculation about his physical and mental state.
It seems to me that with all the money he has and all the resources he has, he couldn't craft some solution that lets him be under some form of house arrest. And again, it sounds like special treatment, but the truth of the matter is, to incarcerate somebody like him is expensive to all of us. We're taxpayers, and he's got to have unique situations. You can't put him in general population where, everyone wants a piece of him and everyone wants to be his friend and everyone...
Speaking of health, the whispers about Diddy's condition have only intensified. Some are claiming that he's dealing with a serious, long-hidden illness, exacerbated by his time in prison. Jaguar Wright, a singer with a history of no-holds-barred commentary on the music industry, has stepped into the spotlight, teasing that she knows more about Diddy's health problems. In a recent interview, Wright hinted at a condition that Diddy has been hiding for years, even suggesting that it's something he's battling head-on. Though she's kept the details vague, her comments have set the rumor mill on fire, leaving everyone wondering what's really going on behind the scenes.
Anything's possible, right? But now this judge has an even harder time, I think, because the past judge locked him up, didn't let him out, and he's still there available for trial. If the new judge lets him out on bond and something goes wrong, and this isn't the analysis that I'm proud to make, right? We shouldn't be saying, well, judges are worried about their own skin and how they look if something bad happens.
Meanwhile, inside MDC Brooklyn, Diddy's behavior has been raising eyebrows for all the wrong reasons. According to reports, he's somehow managed to surround himself with a group of loyal followers, other inmates who cater to his every whim, even making his bed. Yes, you read that right. Diddy, The same man who once demanded the world at his feet, reportedly has a crew of groupies even behind bars. What's more bizarre, these followers are apparently fighting amongst themselves for Diddy's attention. Grown men in a federal detention center, fighting over who gets to fold Diddy's sheets. It's almost too strange to be true, but then again, in a story like this, nothing seems out of the ordinary.
Sounded crazy, like I said before. They said that 2,300 people reached out to the law firm, and out of the 2,300 people, I guess they decided to go with just a little over 100, which seems like it's they just put out the number and everybody's calling to see if they can get a check.
It's insane. It's insane. Now, again, he did say that nothing has been filed yet because he says he wants to make sure that they do their due diligence and get this right.
And if that wasn't enough, there are the rumors about Diddy's private life, which have been swirling for years and are now louder than ever. Allegations of inappropriate conduct, unhealthy relationships, and more are being tossed around, creating a perfect storm of drama. Jaguar Wright has added fuel to the fire, claiming that she knows even more about Diddy's secretive life, promising to reveal explosive details in her upcoming show. Whether you believe her or not, one thing is clear: Diddy's name is generating headlines for all the wrong reasons.
Try everything. They're going to try to transfer him. They're going to try to get him out. You know, in a normal case where it's a high-profile person or a well-funded person, the prosecution and the judge is a little bit more concerned about a wrongful prosecution because people that are mad that they're being arrested for a crime they didn't commit can turn around and file for malicious prosecution.
As his trial date in May 2025 approaches, the pressure on Diddy intensifies. His legal team insists that he's healthy, focused, and fully committed to his defense. But observers aren't so sure. His refusal to eat, his noticeable weight loss, and the increasingly bizarre behavior have some questioning whether Diddy is struggling with deeper issues, mental health, paranoia, or something even more troubling. His legal battles are serious, with charges ranging from coercion to racketeering. If found guilty, he could be facing decades behind bars. And with so much public attention, every move Diddy makes is under a microscope.
Some jails are worse than others. And the problem, again, is if you move him, why is he getting special treatment? And maybe he's earned special treatment. Maybe what he's done, maybe he's given so much back to his fans and to the world and to charity that maybe there's a way that it plays out in the end. But again, to go into court and say this jail is bad, move him to another jail, is not your first.
But let's not forget the brutal conditions at MDC Brooklyn. This isn't your average jail. It's a facility with a reputation for poor living conditions, violence, and a lack of basic amenities. For someone like Diddy, accustomed to luxury, the contrast must be overwhelming. One former inmate, Michael Cohen, painted a grim picture of life behind bars at a similar facility. He's waking up on a steel bed with a thin mattress, staring at concrete walls, Cohen said. This is a far cry from the lavish lifestyle Diddy once enjoyed, and adjusting to this harsh reality can't be easy.
The latest on the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs. This one has so many people talking. The disgraced music mogul facing federal racketeering, conspiracy, and trafficking charges. Both the prosecution and defense teams are set to discuss the next phase of action following the indictment as investigators work to determine potential co-conspirators. But how exactly did we get here?
Yet despite everything, Diddy is reportedly refusing to leave his cell. Whether out of fear, defiance, or something else, his refusal to engage with the outside world has added another layer of mystery to an already complex situation. Some believe it's a strategic move, a way to stall his legal proceedings. Others think it's a sign of his deteriorating mental health. Whatever the reason, his actions are complicating his defense, as his legal team struggles to coordinate with him.
Very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, I mean, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in a jail cell right now, I think it really underscores the magnitude of what he's facing and the weight of the federal government.
The charges against Diddy are explosive. Federal prosecutors have alleged that he orchestrated schemes involving coercion and manipulation. If the charges are proven true, he could face decades in prison. His legal team is fighting hard to prove his innocence, but the weight of the allegations has many questioning how much they really know about the man behind the music.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Say that again. Back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is
yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of.
As the world watches this high-profile case unfold, one thing is certain: this story is far from over. New revelations are emerging every day, adding fuel to the fire. Will Diddy clear his name and rebuild his empire, or is this the beginning of the end for one of music's most iconic figures? Only time will tell, but for now, the intrigue surrounding his incarceration shows no sign of slowing down. Diddy's future remains uncertain, and the whispers about his behavior, health, and relationships continue to fuel the rumors. Whether it's his refusal to eat, his paranoid behavior, or the allegations about his private life, one thing is clear: the world is watching, and this story is only getting stranger. What's really going on behind those prison walls? Only Diddy knows, and as the drama unfolds, the truth may be even more shocking than anyone could have imagined.
Quickly, all that commissary stuff, he's not getting any of that because people in the SHU have an abbreviated list. So he's out of luck. No stake for him. Yeah, he is on watch. This guy thought he would have went home. All of a sudden, he didn't get bond. Remember, the first night that he was there.
Sure. The story revolves around Sean Diddy Combs, a major figure in the music industry, who has gone from living a lavish lifestyle to being incarcerated in the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, in Brooklyn. Here's a breakdown of the main events and the surrounding drama.
I understand that he has a shrink coming by his cell to see him several times a day. And now there's talk about putting him in, it's like a bubble. It's like a cell that has like a plexiglass wall in it, where they have inmates watching you. That's actually their job, to keep an eye on the inmates that are on watch.
Diddy's transformation. Once known for his extravagant lifestyle, Diddy is now reported to look drastically different. Journalists and observers have noted that he has lost significant weight and has gray streaks in his hair. His appearance has shocked many, given how public and confident he once was.
Some people do think that Diddy can help him, but this guy's going to be locked up forever. His case will probably take at least 3 years to litigate. He'll stay at MDC. There's rumors that he wants to go to Essex County Jail in New Jersey because he doesn't like MDC. He's a Marshall's inmate. There's no way they're going to transfer him back and forth, I don't know, several times a week.
As fear of poison. One of the major rumors is that Diddy is refusing to eat while in prison, not because of bad food, but due to a deep fear of being poisoned. Given his high-profile status and many potential enemies, he may be paranoid that someone might slip something harmful into his meals.